Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are doing the Shrine of Secrets review for the 1st of July 2022. We're already in July. That's pretty crazy. It's my birthday next month, so that's pretty crazy to think about. The event has ended, so the shrine is going to go back to normal. It's going to go back to weekly, and it has changed to this one. I didn't do yesterday's at all. I'm sorry, I was out all day, so it was the last thing I was thinking about, to be honest. But anyway, here we are. We're going to get started. First of all, we have Aftercare, which is a Jeff perk. And this one has it so when you rescue survivors from the hook, or you heal them, or they do the same to you, you see their aura at all times, and they can also see your aura. And this occurs up to every survivor if you manage to, again, get the rescue, get the heal, or they do the same to you. And it basically means you can see everyone's auras at all time until you get hooked, which it then resets. So I think this one is solid. I think this is really underrated, and I think people don't use this enough. This is a really good, what's the word? It's a really good, like, I can't think of the word. Like, you know, instead of using like Kindred or Bond, this is a really good alternative. There we go. Because it's so easy to trigger, and it also does it for all the other survivors, which means you can see everyone at all times. You can see who's being chased, who's on a gen, and if someone's hooked, then you know it works like Kindred. You can see who's better suited for the hook. Do keep in mind that the aura range is unlimited, and also that it does reset once you get hooked. So yeah, but other than that, it's solid. I love this perk. It's great. Next up, we have Tenacity, which is a tap perk, and this one has it so when you're down on the ground, you crawl faster, and you also are able to recover at the same time as crawling, which you normally can't do. So, again, this one's pretty alright, I think. You usually have to use it with like some kind of build. If you use it by itself, it's kind of like a weird one. It is really good from getting away from the killers, though. I think it's getting buffed as well, but I can't remember. I think it's getting some change to some degree, so do keep that in mind. But I think, yeah, it's okay. It's not like amazing. It's not like, meta, but it's also not that bad. I think it's kind of fun. You can have some moments of this to get away from the killer and stuff. But if they can hear you and they down you out of the open, then this perk probably isn't going to do anything. So keep that in mind as well. Next up, we have Fling Tremors, which is a ghost face perk, and this one has so when you pick a survivor up off the ground, any gens that are not being worked on will be blocked for 16 seconds, and they will show you those auras in white, and then it can only be triggered once every 80 seconds. So it's a good alternative to barbecue and chili because you kind of get the same information. However, I would say this one is better than barbecue because this one actively blocks and halts the progress of the other gens. And even if all the gens get blocked, or even if all the gens don't get blocked, that's still information because it's still telling you that there's people on those gens, so you know where to go. You probably shouldn't use this with barbecue because it kind of just accomplishes the same thing. It's more like if you don't have barbecue or you're just not using barbecue for your build. But yeah, I think this one is better just because it actually and actively helps you stop progress and track survivors. And I think either way, you'll get information. The only thing I would say is that it only lasts for 16 seconds. So if you're really occupied trying to carry a survivor to a hook, then you might not be able to look around to see the information because by the time you hook, it will be it will run out. So keep that in mind too. And finally, we have Unnerving Presence. I feel like I talk about this one like every week. This one just has so survivors in the terror radius have a 10% greater chance of triggering skill checks, and the success zones of those skill checks gets reduced. What I say of this perk is if you're in the terror radius and it's getting more intense, you're probably not going to stick around to be doing something that requires skill checks. You're probably going to be running and making distance or hiding or doing whatever. So these terror radius perks, I always say, aren't that great, but you know what? Maybe, you could do this in a doctor build. Other than that, I really don't see a point using this perk. or a depth trapper. But other than that, it's probably not going to be doing much for you. Um, if I had to choose one to buy, it would probably be between Fling or Aftercare. Aftercare is just great because it's so easy to trigger and the information you get is so good. And like I said, it lasts for ages. There's no aura range limit or anything. It's very good. It's very simple at what it does. And Fling Tremors also gives you good information. It's again easy to trigger. As long as you are aware and looking out for it and everything, and you can kind of time it when you can like wait for the cooldown to end, and then pick up a survivor. Or if you're carrying a survivor, you can drop them, and wait for the cooldown to end, and then pick them up again. You can do stuff like that basically. The other two, yeah, just for 2,000 shards because they're 2,000 again now, not 1,500. So definitely one of these two. The others I wouldn't worry about very much. But that would do from me. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found this useful. And I want to thank you for joining me during the Twisted Masquerade event, for doing as many shrines as possible on YouTube and Twitter because, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot every day. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.